viewers, and welcome back to your Friday edition of Erongo Talk. I am Emeritus Shikesho, your host and presenter for today. In today's news, we look at Juneside High School prize giving ceremony. We also look at Dr. Laura De Harder's exhibition titled Detanglement. We also, for our community segment, we talk to Dr. Arzadeh. We promise to bring you fun and an informative episode today, so don't go far. We'll be right back.
Good day, viewers, and welcome to this week's edition of Erongo Talk. My name is Leandria Mauer.
I am your host, Frida Moloto.
I am Emeritus Shikesho.
I am Patricia Napo.
Now, as usual, we bring you the latest news, some sports news, as well as the weather and tides.
Om die eerste wen te kry, is 'n goeie gevoel, man.
Is that the goal, Joy?
Yes, that is currently the goal.
Phenomenal. I feel nice, creative team.
To catch up for more news stories, visit our online channel, oneup2.com, or you can visit our website at www.erongo.com.na. Alternatively, you can check out our DSTV channel, channel 285, and on GoTV, channel 25.
Well, welcome back. And for our top story for today, we look at Juneside High School prize giving ceremony where Elshada Mugabe was announced as the Dax Lena. Let's take a look.
And the top achiever in grade 11 receiving Walton's voucher sponsored by Monica with an aggregate of 82%, Godwell Amata. In Afrikaans as a second language with an aggregate of 78%, Braden Paulson. Top achiever in AS level receiving $1,000 Bolton's voucher sponsored by Monica with an aggregate of 72.7%, Elchadai Mugabe.
And secondly, at the same event, the Fox family from Fox Designs sponsored Sonia Ngilunanye with 30,000 Namibian dollars for her studies next year. Let's take a look.
Because one day this person will be able to say, not necessarily say Peter Fox or Linda Fox did this for me, but this person will just say, someone saw the potential in me. And the Lord has heard the cry of my parents. Yeah, this is my grade 1 learner, way back. And I'm really honored to mention her name. I know her story. I know her mother very well. So I also want to thank the Fox family for this opportunity, for this learning. Yeah, 2020 was not a good year for them. And really, this is a mother's cry. This is a father's cry. A father was in a very bad accident. And this is really the answer. This learner, well, this money is for this learner to go and study. So this learner is sorted for a year.
And thirdly, Dr. Laura van Harder showcased her artwork at the Swakopmund Museum this week. Let's take a look.
There was very little information about that photograph, but what there was these women in front of their grain stores. And I thought imaginatively about how one would find these women, how would we trace who these people were from Pretoria, how would we know who they are. And these works that you see behind me are my sort of representation of trying to figure out, without very much information at all, how would we find who these people are? How would we connect this seemingly random photograph with the original people, with the local community, and with the baskets that they made? And this is the project where it started, which is called Inherited Obsessions, which started in Tsong. And as Nadine mentioned, last year in 2023, about a year after this project opened on Heritage Day today in South Africa, in 2022, I was in the Swakopmund Museum because everyone had told me what a wonderful museum this is and how I had to come and have a look at this space. And I was going through each of the displays, and I got to display on the other side of the museum, and I saw this photograph, which was exactly the photograph that I found in the archive at Tsong. And it's like exactly the photograph that inspired all of this work. And because someone had held onto that photograph and preserved it, I was able to trace it to this museum, and we were able to bring that conversation into this space. And that has led us to the next installment of this project, which is to have Anastasia over here, who is making a beautiful basket for us. And we've moved from what can sometimes be quite a stale historical archive.
That brings us to the end of the news segment today. Please make sure you check out our website, which is www.erongo.com.na. Stay tuned for the rest of the show and the interview.
Spring into savings with Union Tiles World of Tiles. Discover unbeatable deals on luxurious, locally produced and imported tiles and accessories. Whether you're renovating your kitchen, bathroom or patio, we've got the perfect solution to transform your space. Be spoiled for choice and step into the Union Tiles World of Tiles. Go to uniontiles.co.za. Find us on Google and connect with us on social media. Union Tiles. Style and quality you can afford.
O my God, unite the hearts of thy servants and reveal to them thy great purpose. May they follow thy commandments and abide in thy law. Help them, O God, in their endeavor, and grant them strength to serve thee. O God, leave them not to themselves, but guide their steps by the light of thy knowledge, and cheer their hearts by thy love. Verily, thou art their helper and their Lord. Baha'u'llah.
Oh, thank you so much. That was the prayer. Yes, so she just read it
Yes.
for us before we start our interview. Thank you so much for that, Professor. I think that was a beautiful prayer and a nice way to start off our interview. So we are seated here today because we want to get to know, or not get to know, but we want to share your story with the public in the Namibian nation. Now, you have been a professor at the University of Namibia for the past 30 plus years, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Okay, so but before we start into that, let me allow you to introduce yourself to the people.
Okay, sure. It is my absolute pleasure, Precious, that you and Lumari decided to have this interview with me. I'm not unfamiliar to the Namibian nation because we arrived in Namibia in 1979. When our second child was born in Germany, and from there we decided to come to Namibia. So my husband and myself and two kids, 4 years old and 9 months old, we arrived in Namibia on the September 1979. And of course, having a small baby, I decided not to right away start working, because I believe that every child is entitled to have the close proximity to the mother for the first, and father of course, for the first at least 2 to 3 years, because in education they say, let me have the first 3 years of your life, your child's life, and I will have him for the rest of his life. Because the first 3 years is the most important part of a child's life in character and spirituality, love, security, mental health. So all these things, when the African, they give a child and they carry it at the back, because heartbeat of the child and the mother, it's at the same time, the hearts are beating, and that gives security to the child. Now, when I came to Namibia with the kids, and for the first, I think, 2 years I didn't work, because I wanted my young son to also reach to that age. And then I started, because of course we came here with only our degrees and education, my husband and myself. He was, by profession, he was an engineer, and I had my MBA, Master of Science in Business Administration. So we only had those degrees, and we came with a tourist visa to Namibia. And of course, we had first 2 years, as I said, I didn't work. So Nuri was working, Nuri, my husband, and then he was working and providing for the family as head of the family. And so we, after then 2-3 years, I started also looking for job, and I started with the Academy for Tertiary Education. And that was January 1, 1981.
Sure. So you've been with the tertiary institution from January 1981, and what year did you complete?
And I went on retirement in December 2010.
Wow.
So that's why I'm saying 32 years.
Yes.
In university. Of course, at the beginning it was Academy for Tertiary Education, and then independence came, and it changed to University
of Namibia. Right. Yeah. So you, if I'm correct, you were a professor for business administration?
Well, at the beginning, of course, I started as a lecturer for commercial subjects.
Okay.
So I was just a variety of subjects, economic and accounting, which wasn't my favorite subject, but I was lecturing it, and those days the students were writing UNISA's exam.
Yeah.
So my student that year, they did so well in their examination because they were writing UNISA's exam. And the UNISA professors, they said, who is this young lady who is teaching this young Namibian that they are making very good results? So it was very interesting, even in accounting, which wasn't my baby. And then, of course, then I was, then the independence of Namibia came, and we were already given then South African citizenship, but at the independence of Namibia, we applied to become Namibian, and we had to give up South African citizenship to become Namibian.
Okay.
And interesting enough, for 32 years at the beginning, because of the apartheid in Namibia, nobody believed that I'm Namibian. I was saying I'm Namibian, they wouldn't say. You know,
Was it perhaps because the accent was too strong?
the accent was strong, and also my color was different from them. And when I would say I'm more Namibian than you, they wouldn't believe.
They wouldn't believe.
If you should come upon an accident, prioritize safety by moving to a secure location and calling emergency services. Provide first aid if trained, protect the scene with hazards, and exchange information with involved parties. Document the scene, gather witness information, and then cooperate with the authorities and share any information you may have. Always prioritize safety and act responsibly. To change a tire, find a safe spot, use the lug wrench to loosen nuts, lift the car with a jack, remove the lug nuts and the flat tire, mount the spare tire, hand tighten your lug nuts, lower the vehicle, tighten the lug nuts in a crisscross pattern, check the tire pressure, stow away equipment and replace the spare tire with a regular tire as soon as you can. Refer to your owner's manual for specific instructions. It's the last weekend of the month and things are pumping. On Fridays from 8 a.m, the Karasburg Town Council hosts a spring market at the Town Hall, and at 10 a.m, the Windhoek Show kicks off and continues until October 5th. At 5, come and join in celebrating the 1 year of the Good Food Market at the Village Market in the capital. At 6 in Otjiwarongo, there's the Ochi Rockskop featuring As Night Fades at the Rustic Spoon. While at 7, this month's edition of Acoustic Friday at the Franco-Namibian Cultural Centre features Menno, Khadija Herungu and O Slow. Kicking off at the same time but in Walvis Bay is the annual Fish Eagle Rally at the Jan Wilkins Stadium, which continues until Sunday. At 8 p.m, South African comedian Barry Hilton performs at the Soundgarden in Swakopmund with the second performance on Saturday. On Saturday at 8 a.m, you can join the round table at the Rare Smoky Mare in Windhoek to check out who is the ultimate braai master. All proceeds are in support of Senior Park Old Age Home. At 8:30, the annual Wonder Woman Wellness Morning takes place at the Dutch Reformed Church in Suiderhof, and at 9, the SPCA in Windhoek hosts a yard sale for animals in need until 1 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, the gates are open for the Summer Spinning Bash at Windhoek Spin City, with performances starting as from 3 p.m. At 11 in Swakopmund, the Kuska Street Procession takes place from the M&Z Motors building in Luderit Street. At 6:30, Curve Swakopmund celebrates its 10th anniversary with a disco. The special guest speaker is Runel Peters from Ruach Elohim. And at 7, the Windhoek Manakwa and Let's Sing Vocal Ensemble host a spring serenade at the Kayak in Olympia. At 8 p.m, Rian Smith and the Shadowcats perform at the Wolf Shack at their new venue, while at the same time Vocalcast Production presents With Love from Cape Town, a spectacular musical featuring Lukman Adams, Don Vino, Sasha Lee Davis, Noah Abrahams and Lauren Erasmus at the Windhoek Country Club. Also at 8, John Rock Prophet performs at the Armay venue on the outskirts of Okahanya. So you're certainly spoiled for choice this weekend. Enjoy it!
Yes, I look like a kid.
Super tasty.
And it's super good for you. Super good for immunity, brain, growth needs, and tummy.
Super nutrition for super kids. A Lula Gold Kid.
Good day, my name is Joel Namboli. So African Vocals is a male a cappella group from Swakopmund, Namibia, and this group was formed back in 2012. The objective, of course, to create a vibrant group that can represent the Namibian cultures and traditions through our music. And of course, we all met when we were done with high school. Mind me, we all sang in choirs, school choirs before. So at some point, certain members met nationally through school choir competitions. But of course, when we were all done with high school, we were not allowed to sing in school choirs anymore. So that's how we got together and created this amazing group that still live today.
Thank you. Thank you, Joel. Hello, everybody. My name is Regine Hink, and I'm trying to manage the African vocals on a voluntary basis since 2017. Well, of course, the biggest aim for us is making music our profession, being able to live on it, being well known not only in Namibia but also worldwide. We are starting with Germany. That's why we are doing tours to Germany. We had a great tour to Germany this year. We are just preparing for our tour next year, and we are really, really looking forward to being back there.
So the group meets every Monday and Wednesday, 2 times a week. And the biggest stage that we have ever been, that's a tricky question. We had couple. Nationally, I would say the Jazz Festival. Internationally, I would say most probably in 2019 in Hanover. That was an a cappella festival where different a cappella groups from around the world met in Hanover and presented their art, and that was amazing. I would also say Solingen was also one of them. This was a choral competition, I would say. There are so many. Yeah, this year in Mexico we were also on one of the biggest stages where a show was sold out 3 months before we traveled with an amazing group from Zaland called Unleashed for Africa, good friends of ours. Music is a universal language, but that's what we know, that's what we breathe, that's what we live. It is part of us. You know, we don't know much. We love to watch football. We love to watch rugby, but we do music.
Well, we hope that everybody who sees our music, looks at our videos, feels the love the group has for music, feels the good vibes they want to present, feels making the day a bit brighter, feeling more happy, and this is the big goal we have.
Yeah, we have just recorded our recent CD, and we hope it will be done by the end of the year. It will probably be released early next year. And what should people expect from this? This is going to be a classic. It's going to be the Namibian sound. You know, at the moment we're targeting all those pieces that our mothers, our grandmother, our great parents have been doing back in the days, songs that were almost forgotten, and the little ones wouldn't know this. We are trying to source them out and present them out there, and of course record our own songs that we write amongst ourselves as well. So when anybody hear these sounds, be it that they're Namibian or not, they should relate this music to our country. You know, they should always have a picture of Namibia whenever they hear this music. So it's really going to be a classic.
Well, of course, there is big challenges for a group of 15 to get them together, and you have to know that it's a multi-diverse group. We have different ethnic people, cultures in the group, which I think it's very, very important to show the diversity of Namibia also, to look at the other culture also. Each of them has to look at the other culture, because we also sing in different ethnic languages. And of course, this is one little challenge to teach them one ethnic language the others don't even understand. So, of course, it's also another problem that guys are working. They come from work for our rehearsals, totally exhausted, tired, angry sometimes. But then this miracle happens, you see them. And this is why we say music is a healer. They start singing and suddenly they are fresh again, they are vibrant, they are happy. And this is what I love about our music and what I hope we can transfer to other people as well. So there is challenges, but the music helps us overcome challenges.
I think at the moment, African Vocals is one of the oldest group existing and active in this country. So keeping a group together for such a long time, it's a success story. That alone. And of course, gaining recognition nationally and internationally, that's a success story. And having interest from all sort of people, that's another success story. And and having a group of men together, it's almost unheard of to stay together for such a long time, unless it was football, but this is singing. So that is another success story. And realistically speaking, our music have improved drastically ever since we have started. I think every year we get better. Every year that we have an international tour, we just get better and we get much more audience and there is much more interest. So that is really a success story. And I'm sure in the next 20, 30, 50 years, African Vocals will still be here. Yeah, we perform at all different sort of functions. How can they reach us? We have an email address which is very easy. That is african.vocals@gmail.com, or you can find us on our Facebook page, which is African Vocals. There you can write to us. There is the contact number.